Did you really choose to watch this video? Or did your brain make that decision long before you were even aware of it? Imagine a world where every choice you make, from what to eat for breakfast to who you fall in love with, is just a story your brain tells itself after the fact. It sounds like science fiction, but cutting-edge neuroscience is forcing us to ask a profound question. Do we truly have free will? Let's start with a classic experiment that shook the foundations of this debate. In the 1980s, scientist Benjamin Libet hooked people up to brain scanners and asked them to flick their wrist whenever they felt the urge. He discovered something astonishing. Brain activity signaling the intention to move appeared a split-second asterisk before asterisk the person consciously decided to act. It was like an echo from the future. Modern fMRI scans have confirmed this, even predicting a person's choice up to 10 seconds before they're aware of making it. Our brain seems to know what we're going to do long before we do. This happens because your brain is a prediction machine. It's constantly using past experiences to guess what's coming next and prepare your body to react. This isn't just about catching a ball. It influences your decisions. It's like your brain is always one step ahead, laying the groundwork for actions you haven't even consciously conceived yet. This predictive power is the first major crack in the armor of free will. Now, let's talk about the invisible strings that pull at our choices. Have you ever walked past a bakery, smelled fresh bread, and suddenly felt an urge to buy a loaf you didn't need? That's called priming. Our environment is constantly feeding us subliminal cues that influence our behavior without our awareness. Studies have shown that flashing words like thirsty on a screen too quickly for the conscious mind to register can actually make people drink more. These unseen forces prime our preferences, steering us toward certain decisions. This extends to our habits. Every time you repeat an action, you strengthen the neural pathways in your brain associated with it. Over time, these pathways become so efficient that the action becomes automatic. That conscious choice to scroll through your phone in the morning, it's often just your brain running a well-rehearsed program. It's an autopilot mode that saves mental energy, but it also means many of our daily decisions are less chosen and more executed by habit. So what's your brain doing when you're not actively thinking about anything? It's not off. A network called the default mode network kicks in, responsible for mind-wandering, daydreaming, and self-reflection. This network is highly active and can generate spontaneous thoughts and ideas that feel like they come from nowhere. These thoughts can then bubble up to become the seeds of our next conscious decision. This is the birthplace of intuition, that gut feeling. It's a fast, pre-conscious process that often competes with our slower, more deliberate thinking. The question is, which one is really in charge? Our brain cleverly constructs a story that we are the authors of our thoughts, creating an illusion of agency even when our subconscious is driving the bus. If our choices are heavily influenced, or even determined, by brain processes beyond our control, the implications are staggering. How can we hold someone fully responsible for their actions if their brain was predisposed to act that way? This challenges our entire justice system, which is built on the idea of personal accountability. It reframes the nature versus nurture debate, suggesting a complex dance where our genes and environment sculpt a brain that in turn shapes our reality. But this perspective also offers hope. Understanding these mechanisms could revolutionize how we treat addiction, criminal behavior, and mental health issues, moving from punishment to rehabilitation. So, is free will just a grand illusion? The science is complex and far from settled, but perhaps the true power isn't in the initial choice, but in what comes next. While the initial impulse to act might be preconscious, we possess a remarkable ability, conscious awareness. We can reflect on that impulse, we can question it, and sometimes, we can veto it. This ability to pause and reflect might be where our real freedom lies. Understanding that your brain has these automatic tendencies doesn't make you a puppet. It makes you a more informed operator of your own mind. By knowing your biases and habits, you can start to consciously nudge yourself toward more intentional living. Perhaps freedom isn't about controlling every impulse, but about having the awareness to choose which ones to follow. Thanks for diving deep with me today. If you enjoyed this, hit that subscribe button for more explorations into the mind. See you next time.